I've been practicing Ubers over the past few days, and I've put together something that is relatively cheap, pretty budget, and can defeat Ubers pretty easily. You don't really have to press that many buttons, you can kind of just hold right click the whole time. And I will put full footage of the entire run, including mini Ubers, towards the end of this video. I tried many different builds for Warlock and Ubers. I tried mirroring blades. I had some success with it. You just need to go through so many different hurdles to make it as smooth. Because contrary to popular belief, it actually does work off attack rating. So if your attack rating sucks and you're attacking slowly, it's going to feel miserable because you're not going to be able to leech life back and you're just going to be missing a lot. I tried experimenting with all different weapons and all this and that. I just don't think it's nearly as good as what I'm going to show you with Echoing Blades, actually. The skill tree, very simple. It's not even built specifically for Ubers or anything. You just max Levitation Mastery, Echoing Strike, Blade Warp, Mirror Blades. That's it. Demon Tree, you go down, you get 1 point in Divine Demon. Although this showcase, I will not be using a demon, I will not be using a mercenary, it's just going to be me. Just know that if you do this with a demon, it'll be even more easy, even more brainless. Just for the purpose of demonstrating this showcase, I'm not even going to use a demon. But yeah, you just go get 1 point in Divine Demon, put the rest of my points into Consume. So, overview, max Levitation Mastery, max Echoing Strike, max Blade Warp, max Mirroring Blades, 1 point in Divine Demon, rest points into Consume. Okay, that's the skill tree. The stats are enough strength to equip your gear. Pretty obvious, it's 156 strength, and the rest into Vitality. Before I get into the gear, I'm going to go over some quick checklist bullet points that you should know. You're going to want 120 faster cast rate. Why? Because you need to attack really fast to leech life back really fast. The name of the game in staying alive in Ubers is to just leech life as fast as you can. That's how you stay alive. And to do that, you need to reach the 125 faster cast rate breakpoint. That is the max breakpoint with faster casting. That's bullet point 1. The next bullet point is faster hit recovery. The breakpoint for faster hit recovery is 86. You need to hit 86. You can use very cheap 5% faster hit recovery charms, because if you don't have high faster hit recovery, you can get stunned over and over and over inside Ubers, and you don't want to be stunned, you want to be constantly attacking, so you can be constantly leeching. And then the next bullet point is to get at least 10% life leech. And then the next bullet point is a life tap wand. I will also tell you how. And the very final bullet point is you're going to want, you see where it says bonus res right here? That needs to be like 220 or 230. Why? Because Uber Mephisto curses you, and it reduces all of your res by like 120. So to counteract that, you're going to need to massively overcap your res. And especially lightning res, because he mostly does lightning damage. That can one-hit you if you don't overcap like this. So this needs to say like 230, 240, 250, because we're going to be using Treachery to get Fade, which is going to give you 60 res. The other res, like Fire and Cold, isn't that big of a deal to have overcapped, but he will reduce all of your res. So you still want your Fire res, Cold res to be overcapped a bit. It's just not as crucial, because there's skeleton archers shooting fire arrows at you, and if you're like negative 50 fire res while Mephisto curses you, that's not going to feel great. So yeah, just try to get your res up, all of them. And the last bullet point is you want some mana leech. And now for the gear, what do you know? It's an Eth Insight. Why? Well, the faster cast rate is really nice to hit the 125 breakpoint. Also, the meditation is actually very helpful for Uber Bail. And the damage is just good. I actually tried doing it with a way better weapon. This Eth Death Decapitator, yeah, it wasn't working as good because it was hard to reach the 125 breakpoint. Insight is good. And now the next piece, Vampire Gaze. Now the weird thing you might be looking at is like, why is there a Cham rune? That's not very budget. Okay, you can either put a Cham rune in there, or you can get the new set boots that give Cannot Be Frozen. You need a source of Cannot Be Frozen somewhere, and I just managed to fit it in with a Cham rune in the Vamp Gaze. Cham isn't that expensive. It's like kind of mid. It's like budget to mid. If you can get a Cham rune, it's a nice place to put it. You just need Cannot Be Frozen somewhere. Anyway, why Vampire Gaze? Mana stolen, life stolen, and physical damage reduction. 15%. Very good. Good helmet. And High Lords, 1 to all skills obviously is good. The Deadly Strike is very nice. I'll show you something. I'm at 50. 50 deadly strike, which half the time I'm just getting double damage, and the lightning res is nice. And the shield, it's a spirit shield. You don't even need 35 faster cast rate on the spirit. It doesn't need to be a perfect FCR to roll. You can get away with 30, because as you can see, I'm overcapped. The breakpoint's 125. I'm at 130, so I could get away with 30 FCR spirit. So yeah, you can just get a really just budget spirit. Why spirit? Well, the FCR, the res, the life, vitality is huge. It's just good. 2 to all skills. Faster hit recovery, huge faster hit recovery. Yeah, it's just good. And for the gloves, laying of hands, I'm like 75% sure the 350% damage to demons applies to Echoing Strike, which is a massive amount of damage. If it doesn't work, well then I'd literally have an empty glove slot you could do whatever you want with. But I'm pretty sure it works. Also 50% fire res is just really good. And the rings, I'm literally using a blue FCR ring. Ideally, you would have a ring with FCR and like 5% life steal. I just couldn't find one. They're not even that hard to find. They're not like their budget. But yeah, you can literally just use a blue FCR ring. Belt, Arachnid Mesh, 1 to all skills, faster cast rate. Arguably not budget, but I think there's other belts that have FCR on them that are like pretty budget. I could be wrong. Like this is arguably budget to mid. But yeah. And here I just have a Bullcathos wedding ring for the life leech. You could take this off and just have a life leech ring, and it would still be fine. This is just nice if you can afford it. Again, it's like budget to mid. And the boots, Gore Rider is literally just for the deadly strike. That's it. The open wounds doesn't work with Echoing Strike, and neither does Crushing Blow. So all that's doing is 15% deadly strike. You can put the cannot be frozen boots there, the new boots. But I think 15% deadly strike is okay. It gets me up to 50, so this is probably the piece that's most replaceable right now. That's the slots. On the swap, you get the life tap wand. This is crucial. See, life tap, I'll demonstrate really quickly. This is very important because when you cast this, you see it like cast this like cloud of blood on enemies, and then they start to sparkle. Once that's on them, it lasts for like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds or whatever it is. And then every time you attack them, you literally leech like 50% life. Every time you hit them, you get 50% life leeched. It's crazy. So this is how we're going to stay alive in Ubers. To get a wand like this is very easy. You just basically just go to this Mala guy. You just shop him over and over. You reset. You look for wands, right? You just like leave town and go back in, leave town, go back in, and find one and buy it. All I need to say is like level anything life tap. Look, it has 97 charges, so it's gonna last you. And you can repair it anyway to get the charges back. So life, and then spirit on swap. But I got something messed up right now where I can't equip it. But yeah, spirit on swap, just this is not needed at all. This is just to make the life tap go a little bit faster. But yeah, you don't need to have the spirit on swap. The body armor, I'm using Skin of the Viper Magi. Obviously for the skills, the faster cast rate, there's not that many body armors with faster cast rate. This is the highest one. 50 all res, because I put an rune in it. Pretty budget, right? Can we agree rune is pretty budget? And you don't need the rune, it's just for extra res. If you're desperate for extra res, you can put an rune in there. But yeah, just Skin of the Viper Magi, res, all skills, faster cast rate. Good. As for the charms, pretty budget, I would say. Just life, 18 to life, just any life, really. 10 fire res, life, poison res, life. 10 res. It's just a few faster hit recovery charms, 5%, just to reach that 86 breakpoint, right? Any torch just for the resistances, not even warlock. Any annihilate just for the resistances. Notice I'm not using any skillers. Right? No skillers. So that's pretty much the gear. Now I'll demonstrate a full run. Good idea to open all 3 portals. Okay, everything's in order. Do the Furnace of Pain first. This is probably the easiest one. I don't know why it keeps unbinding my skills down there, though. I keep having to reset the hotkeys. You could absolutely, if you were high budget, you could use Enigma for all these mini Ubers and just teleport to them. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't use Enigma for like the actual Tristram Ubers, though. You need the faster cast rate of the Viper Magi. It's nice to just kind of clear out the place to give you some breathing room. And we're coming up on him here now, I think. Alright, life tap. Life tap. Okay, see the sparkles on his head, the red sparkles? He's life tapped, which means as long as I hold right click, I'm not gonna die. And he's dead. And me being very stupid, I didn't bring a town portal. I apologize. You can skip ahead like 20 seconds if you want. The walk of shame. The long walk of shame. Yep. Okay, we're back. We're back.
Hello.
Here's a trick you probably know, but you can put town portals in your belt, and you can shift click, and it refills them like potions. Alright, let's do Duriel. He's always kind of close to spawn. Like, just go in a tiny circle around the spawn. You don't want to aggro a bunch of enemies. There he is. Life tap, life tap. Okay, see the sparkles, red sparkles? That means right click and I won't die. Now, Duriel has Holy Freeze aura, so even if you have cannot be frozen, you will still get chilled and slowed. But having cannot be frozen does help a lot. It mitigates it somewhat. He's dead. Pretty easy. As long as you have cannot be frozen and high attack speed, he's easy.
Good afternoon.
And now for the Matron's Den for Uber Lilith, I'm chugging a bunch of poison potions, antidote potions. This gives me 85% maximum poison res. If you chug like 10 of them, it lasts like 5 minutes. As you can see right there, 85 poison res. That's going to help a lot. This is definitely the most difficult one. I didn't mean to do that. I'm refreshing CTA. Again, you probably don't need CTA, really. It's just... like, what is it? Like a Vex and something else? If you can afford it, it's going to make these a lot more comfortable. Just for the extra life. But I wouldn't say it's mandatory. And again, reminder, I'm not using a demon. If you get that Act 4 Hephaestus guy or whatever, you can do this with your eyes closed. I'm not using a demon, I'm just showcasing. So keep that in mind. definitely take your time in this place. These vile witches, they do a ton of damage, and they cast amplified damage on you. They do all sorts of nasty stuff with you. Take your time in this place and just kill all the enemies. This is definitely the most threatening place to be. Like, this is potentially more threatening than, like, Ubers themselves. Oh, I found her. Okay, so I'm just... Nice to put a portal every time you find her. And, of course, life tap, life tap, life tap. And hold right click, and I'm good. Just pay attention to the sparkles over her head. See the red sparkles? That's life tap. Now, that can go away. And if that goes away, it lasts, like, what, 10 seconds? If that goes away and you're not paying attention, you will, like, die very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to periodically refresh the life tap by switching to my wand and casting it and then switching back, just to make sure that doesn't run out. I'm using life tap now. I've refreshed it. That gives me like another like 10 seconds. She has a lot more health and a ton of regen. But yeah, as you can see, as long as the life tap's up, you're good. I refreshed it again, life tap. And that's the mini Ubers down. Pretty painless. I'll do the actual Ubers now. Here I'm just buying a bunch of thawing potions and antidote potions and consuming them because the duration stacks and you can get 85% max res with them and it'll last for like 5 minutes. So yeah, just do that. Look at my res, 85 cold res. See, that's from the thawing potions. And the poison res, 85. Gonna last for quite a while. I'm gonna open the portal here. Actually, on second thought, I should have put the portal up by Mala, but whatever. And here I'm doing the classic, just putting on Treachery and standing in the fire to proc the Fade. Fade gives you 60% resistance, which is very helpful against Uber Mephisto because Uber Mephisto casts a curse, Conviction, which lowers your resistance by like 120 or something. Fade on Treachery lasts like 5 minutes also, so you don't gotta worry. Also, I'm pretty sure it gives you physical damage reduction. Okay, I got the Fade buff, you can tell because of the buff under me and because my res went up, and now I'm gonna switch my armor back. Echoing Strike doesn't work on Crushing Blow or Open Wounds, so really all we're going to rely on here is Life Tap and Leech. And very faster cast rate, the maximum 125 to constantly leech. Swapping over to my Life Tap wand. All you do is run up to that stick and you drag Mephisto out. And then you life tap him, and then you just hold down the right click button. As you can see, my life isn't really moving that much. You see those little red dots above his head? Above Mephisto's head? That's how you know he's life tapped. Basically, as soon as that life tap runs out, you're probably going to die. But luckily, I do enough damage to where I can kill them on one life tap, and I don't need to refresh it. Just clearing up the trash here. Waiting for the poison res to go away. Alright, this building here, this house here, if you stand in that doorway, it's always going to drag Bale. Like right there, you can drag Bale. See, I got him. I'm life tapping him. Life tap, life tap, life tap. See the red dots on his head? That's how you know he's life tap. Okay, Diablo came. That's no problem. I'm just gonna drag Diablo over here. You only want to fight one at a time, of course. Life tap Diablo. Life tap. See the red dots on his head? Okay, he's life tapped. As soon as they're life tapped, you're good. You can just stand there and hold right click. You don't need to do any button swapping at all. It's very lazy. You literally just hold right click. Life tap is up, you hold right click, you're good. Yeah, I could use other skills like the lethargy thing. It's just too much button juggling. So I like to make a really brainless, easy build. I'm just going back. It's a good idea to go back and refresh your potions after each Uber. And as you can see, I have a lot of mana potions. This is because Bale is annoying as hell. He drains your mana, and he infinitely spawns these ghosts that also drain your mana. So just gonna go back in, find Bale, and life tap him instantly. Stand right in front of him, hold down right click on the Echoing Strike. For Bale, you look at your mana globe, and you just use a potion whenever there's no potion active. You look at the blue shade, and when there's no blue shade, you use a potion. That's it. You hold right click, and stare at the mana bar, and look for the blue shade. You should never really have to use life potions. All of your life recovery is happening from the life tap and the leech on your gear. I just have one row of life potions for, like, emergency situations, but I don't really need to use them. And we're done. I will mention I did life tap Bale a second time there, halfway through there. Because like I said, as soon as that life tap runs out, you're going to die, so just for Bale, you might want to refresh the life tap halfway through. But yeah, as you can see, that was pretty painless. I mean, I kind of just held right click the whole time.
Hello.
And what do we get? Pretty trash. It's mid. So yeah, there you go. That's what I've been doing for Ubers lately. I'm excited for the league start on the 20th. Probably going to league start as Fire Warlock with Apocalypse skill. That skill's badass and it's satisfying. Unfortunately, it falls off really hard in like Act 4 Nightmare. I'm probably going to respec over to Magic then, and do the Abyss thing for a while until I gear up. Then I'll probably switch over to Echoing Strike if it's not nerfed to the ground, which it probably will be. But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you've been doing, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments.